We'll take a break from Cardinal action. Let's focus on the American League. The wild card race is starting to heat up, and we're going to head out to Minnesota. They will be hosting the Tampa Bay Rays. So, Minnesota pretty much trailing Cleveland the whole season. They were able to leap above them and drop right back in a second. The Rays have been competing with the Yankees and the Blue Jays. At one point, they did hold the division lead. Looking at it now, Tampa's ahead of Toronto. Minnesota just behind the Angels and the Astros for that final wild card spot. Like I said, this is a very, very tight race. There'll be some really disappointed fan bases when this is all said and done. Bailey will be on the mound for Minnesota, and he's going to dodge an early bullet. See runners on first and third, and the player not to be named, K's. Easy peasy. Minnesota getting out the inning. 2 hits, nothing to show for it. Going to the bottom half. Oof. Minnesota's got a tough matchup. Look who's on the mound. Shane, the ERA leader in the American League, the whip leader in the American League. He will be tough to crack. Speaking of cracking, Tampa cracks the scoreboard first. You see Jose with a single to left. 1-0 Tampa. Going to the bottom of the 5th. Miranda up to bat. The other Jose, or at least the Jose on the other side. He takes a third strike looking. It's 1-0, but more importantly, Minnesota. No base runners. To the 6th, Trevor, lefty. It's going to ground out to the third baseman. With the shift on, Minnesota struggling to get anything going. And that's not a surprise with Shane on the mound. Solano, pop up, shallow center. There's the catch. And through 6, Shane is looking really good. See if he can keep it up. Still 1-0. The bottom of the 7th, Michael A. Taylor. Singles to left. So that's going to break up the no-no. Very unfortunate, but it is what it is. Up next, or 2 batters later, Byron Buxton. He goes the other way. You already know that's an extra base hit, and that's going to get over the wall. 2-run home run for Buxton. He's healthy when it matters right now. 17th on the year, and Minnesota takes the lead, and they're just getting started. Shane's still in. 2 outs. Jeffers at the base of the wall in right center. That's going to score 2. A 2-run double. Minnesota putting up 4 in an inning. And they're not done. Shane knocked out the game. Trevor up again. This time he comes through. RBI single. 5-1 Minnesota. So Minnesota finally gets the bats going. And the icing on the cake. Joey Meneses, bottom of the 8th. Taking it out of slam range. He goes yard. He's got a lot of home runs himself. Not all of them with Minnesota, of course. 29th of the season. And Minnesota wins 7-1. You see for Tampa, 8 hits. Verdugo and Josh both with 2. 10 Ks. That hurts. Minnesota, 6 hits. Taylor with 2. Of course, the big one to get stuff started. See, Minnesota struck out 9 times. Casey Sadler will get the win, pitching a scoreless 7th. Bailey, 5 hits allowed over 6 innings, 7 Ks, 1 run allowed. Shane, 7 Ks, 5 runs. Tough 7th inning for him. Tampa, they'll have to eat this loss, but Minnesota needs it to stay in the wild card hunt. Speaking of wild cards, look at the National League.